Okay, Mr. Plummer, your attorney, Mr. Faggett, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Plummer, I will accept your plea of guilty.
Yes, sir.
I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement is for Mr. Plummer to receive 9 months of deferred probation with a $500 fine and 32 hours of community service. And as a result of that, the state will be dismissing cause number 330964.
Okay, Mr. Plummer, the state is offering that you serve 9 months on deferred adjudicated probation. During this 9-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $452, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $952. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a year analysis fee of $15 each month. And your total monthly installments. Oh, you'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County the $250 court-appointed attorney's fees. Do we have the affidavit in this? Now, Mr. Plummer, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $225 a month. Will you be able to pay the $225 a month?
Can it be lower?
Okay, I mean, can you pay it? You can't? Okay, hold on a minute.
Not a month. I mean, I pay rent.
Okay, just hold on a minute.
They're talking about paying the $225 a month.
Yeah, no, every month. I pay rent every month too.
Okay, we got his, just hold on a minute, I got his affidavit of indigence. Okay, Mr. Plummer,
Yes, sir.
I have before me the document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. I'll hand this document to your attorney, who will hand it to you. Mr. Plummer, would you please take a look at that document? Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir.
Now, on the first page of that document, it talks about your amount of money that you make per month, your total monthly income. Is that still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
And it also talks about your monthly expenses in the next column. And are those figures still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Let's do this here. Okay, give me that back. Now, what I'm going to do is okay. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. 400. 32, okay. Well, okay, we did like that. Now, Mr. Plummer, the court is going to find that you are indigent. Now, the court is going to reduce, is going to convert $400 of your fine to community service.
Okay.
And that the community service, that'll be 32 hours, extra 32 hours of community service that it's going to be converted to.
That's the 64 total.
So you'll have a total of 64 hours of community service.
That's the,
Now, she's going to redo the figures, so that's going to reduce the amount that you are required to pay per month.
yes.
So you still have to pay $100 on your fine, and your court cost is still $452. So that's $552 fine and court costs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, also, you'll be required to perform 32 hours of community service, and you will attend a drug education class as directed by the Jefferson County Community Supervision, which is the probation department. You also attend and complete a drug education class, and cause number 330964 will be dismissed, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Now, your court is making a finding that you're indigent, and so your fine is being reduced pursuant to Article 12.15, 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. All right. Now, Mr. Plummer, do you understand the state's offer and the findings of the court?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And do I get my cash back today? For my marriage ID?
Oh, we hadn't even got to that next case. This is
And
a
that was the
drug.
one being dismissed.
That's the one that's being dismissed.
There's no cash. Flow.
Oh, there's no cash bond. It's a surety,
It
a
was
PR
surety.
bond.
It was a PR bond.
PR.
Yeah,
I
you did,
paid,
PR, you don't put up no money on the PR
I
bond.
paid $1,000, but I got the receipt
Well, I don't know.
Did you pay $1,000
to the judge.
to the jail?
Not me.
I don't know. That's-
He's got,
Is it, what, hold on, what it says on here?
$1,000, okay.
Hold on.
Well,
Yeah.
all these got two PR bonds on this.
No, but.
His
hold
bond
on.
must have been forfeited.
I'm just checking.
That's probably what happened. You got arrested on this twice?
The first time, yeah, and then the second time, there was when they picked it up, it was for the dangerous drug. Cause I went to jail for the failed ID, and then they said they was gonna
Yeah.
stand that dangerous drug off or something, and then when I ended up getting them.
That bond was forfeited, huh?
That was the one for the
Forfeited on
Yeah. Okay,
December 7, 2020.
yeah, okay.
That's when I went for that, that's when they pulled me over.
Now, Mr. Plummer, you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Think it's fair and just? Okay, and do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the court is gonna follow the plea bargaining agreement with the findings of the court. Now, Mr. Plummer, your next case, cause number 330964, the state is dismissing that case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'll be signing that dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of the dismissal before you leave. Now, Mr. Plummer, the case that you'll be given deferred adjudicated probation on, if you successfully complete the probationary period, this would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent on those matters. Right? Stand on the X next to the attorney, follow the directions of our court coordinator, and right here, court clerk. Once you follow her directions, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day, Mr. Faggett. You have to sign as well. Ms. Allen. Next case is clause number 326744. Case of style of state of Texas versus Alice Marie Broughton. And she has two cases. Next case is, well, I'll just repeat both cases. Both cases, first case is clause number 326744. Second case is clause number 326746. And Ms. Broughton, will you please raise your right hand? Ms. Broughton, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Ms. Broughton, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Broughton? That's good, Ms. Broughton. You're here with your attorney, Attorney Mark Faggett. Attorney Faggett, do you waive a record in Ms. Broughton's case?
We do.
Ms. Broughton, I have before me in clause number 326744 in information. This information alleges that on or about January 6th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Broughton, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Broughton, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty. Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Broughton, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Broughton, there are a set of initials AB on a line next to a box that says check guilty. You place your initials on this document.
Yes, sir.
And on the next page of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Broughton, I also have before me a document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
At the top of the same document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box says check states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box that check states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me in the same case a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Broughton, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Broughton, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor, I would.
Any objections?
None, Your Honor.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Faggett, you've advised and counseled Ms. Broughton. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor. She's a very polite lady.
Ms. Broughton, your attorney, Mr. Faggett, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Broughton, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
And what is that agreement?
In cause number 326744, Ms. Broughton will receive 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, that time will be probated over 1 year. She will pay a $250 fine and receive 40 hours of community service and will be required to attend moral recognition class. As a result of her plea, cause number 326746 will be dismissed.
Okay. Ms. Broughton, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you might have to serve your time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $250 plus court costs. The total fine and court costs is $602. You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. You will attend and complete a moral recognition class. And cause number 326746 will be dismissed, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Broughton, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in this case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Broughton, I'll follow the pre-bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. And Ms. Broughton, as I mentioned earlier, your second case, cause number 326746, will be dismissed, and I'll be signing that dismissal. You'll get a copy of that dismissal before you leave here. So you're gonna stand on the X in front of our court. Okay, you're gonna stand on the X in front of our court coordinator, court clerk. Once you finish at the window of the court clerk, you'll be free to go to your next day.